Elon, what are you doing, man? Guys, my name is Forrest. I invest in stuff, and for a while I was invested in Twitter. Obviously they're private now. Have bought and sold Tesla before. Obviously their stock is tanking off a cliff now. So why is this happening? Well, Elon has decided to play a very dangerous game with his ego, but we're not going to talk about it here. We're going to talk about it in my favorite burned down building. Let's go. Ha! What's up, guys? So we're in a burned down building. It's really cold outside, and we're gonna talk about Elon Musk, Twitter, as soon as I get my hand in my pocket. So, unless you're living under a rock, which you're not because you're on the internet watching this YouTube video right now, you probably heard that Elon bought Twitter. Now, why did he buy Twitter? He bought Twitter because he had to, right? Elon was just trying to flex on the internet, right? But he basically ended up in a legally binding agreement that he could not get out of. If you go and look at the original saga that was Elon and Twitter, he really just wanted to kind of flex his ego, and he had no intention of actually buying Twitter, right? He spent weeks. That was weeks ago, motherfucker, I'm crying! Trying to back out of the deal. And he couldn't get out. The lawyers basically said, hey, you got to stay in this deal. So why was he trying to get out? Well, originally, when Elon first talked about buying Twitter, the stock price, the entire market was up, right? Elon was a stockholder of Twitter, right? So what he could do was basically pump the stock, right, by talking about, buying the company and then sell his stock. What happened was the entire stock market crashed. So instead of him being able to finish his pump and dump, he ended up saying, hey, I'm gonna buy a company at a price that it's no longer worth because the entire market fell off a cliff. And thus entered Elon Musk basically getting mega by his own ego. Blurb that out. But where are we today, right? So today, we basically have a space and electric car company, manufacturing CEO, right, who has worked in tech before, who now owns a straight up tech company, right, a social company. He's spending 24/7 working on this company, right? He hasn't spent any time at Tesla or SpaceX recently, right? He fired 90% of the staff, and the company is super unprofitable because he had to do what is essentially a leveraged buyout, right? He had to borrow a ton of money. He had to collateralize, his other assets. He sold billions of dollars worth of Tesla stock, which sent that stock crashing, and his Tesla shareholders are not happy with him about that, by the way, right? And so Elon is basically in a lose-lose situation right now where he's really on his back foot, and he has to figure out a way to get out from under Twitter. Now, I'll go ahead and tell you without you having to go to the end of this video, I think that Elon is going to try and sell Twitter as soon as he can. I think he wants out. He's trying to use his persona and do what he always does, which is whip his cult of personality into money in his pockets, right? He's doing Twitter Blue, and you have all these people buying Twitter Blue, but the problem is, guys, that Twitter is expensive to run. It's a complicated system, The design of a system at scale is completely different than a small system, right? If you think about what tweets you get to see, right? At any point in time, millions of tweets are created, and then the algorithm needs to basically decide, okay, how do I curate a feed for every single individual that exists? How do I track metrics on that? And all that is happening in real time. When I edit a tweet, right? If I post a tweet 10 minutes ago, then I edit that tweet, that change needs to go out to every single person everywhere across the world, right? So there are a ton of what we call microservices, yada, yada, yada. I do have a background in software though, guys. Like, my day job is selling software to cloud companies. I know this stuff. The stuff is to say it's way more complicated than Elon is probably willing to accept, or is definitely capable of understanding. We've seen his saga with the ex-engineer, right, in the Twitter Spaces, where he was so embarrassed, he literally shut down Twitter Spaces as a feature for a day because he was so embarrassed, right? The guy is, you know, he's acting out right now with his ego. What I think Elon needs to do is stop trying to act like he's the smartest guy in the room, right? We know he's not. People don't follow Elon because they think he's smart. We follow Elon because he's a visionary, right? Dumb people think Elon's smart. Engineers think that Elon is a visionary, right? People have always wanted to work with and for Elon Musk because of his vision and how he's able to connect people to work towards that vision. No one was ever like, Elon's the smartest guy alive. He's not, guys. Like, all the, you know, the people building the rockets, you know, that can land themselves, and the electric cars, right? Those are thousands and thousands of really smart people working for Elon and working together on that mission. Elon was just able to convince them to work on a really, really hard problem for a really, really long time until the work was done. And I want him to get back to that. In the meantime, Tesla is going to continue to get beat up, right? Because it doesn't have a CEO, right? Elon Musk is on Twitter every single day, you know, getting in fights, trying to turn a, you know, company that was barely profitable and unprofitable for many years, by the way. Twitter was always a dumpster fire. Before, you know, the Trump election, Twitter was literally about to not exist anymore. You know, the Trump presidency saved Twitter and politics in general, and it being used as a political, you know, way for people to share real-time updates, you know, about politics, especially for people who are in, you know, smaller, you know, either third world or countries, or just in places where it's really hard to have real journalism. Twitter has become the tool for that, right? Without that, nobody really goes on Twitter to talk to their friends, right? It's not really a social media platform in that sense. So, Elon is eventually going to stop raging, I think, and he'll figure it out. But, you know, guys, if you're invested in Tesla, I would just, honestly, at this point, I would just get out, you know. You know, a little disclaimer about financial advice, but, you know, my financial advice, if this was financial advice, would be to stay away from Tesla, because right now they just don't have a working machine, right? Their CEO is non-existent. He's playing a little game. He's losing money. You know, he's sold, as of the recording of this video, he's done 2 rounds of, you know, Tesla, of selling 2 rounds of selling Tesla shares. I'm trying to think of a better word to say that. He's done that twice for billions of dollars, guys. Billions of dollars. Like, he's reduced his stake in Tesla so much with these, you know, 2 selling sprees. It's amazing. So just keep that in mind. You know, ultimately, I do think there's a trading opportunity, right? I am a day trader. I've missed a big drop. You know, I think Tesla's dropped another 30% or something crazy. I don't even look at it anymore. But I have seen people posting their gains from buying puts on Tesla, right? So maybe if there's a little relief bounce, I'll look for some more puts on Tesla. The next time Elon does something crazy, I'll buy more puts on Tesla. But until he gets back to being the CEO of that company and the CEO of SpaceX and working on those problems, I have a very bearish outlook on those companies. But guys, I could be wrong. Don't feel like I am, but I could be. If you disagree with me, if you agree with me, go ahead and leave your reasoning why down in the comment section. As always, my name is Forrest. I invest in stuff. I think that you should too. I think you should also stay inside because it's freezing. I hope to see you in the next video. Join me in Discord. The link is below. Click it right now. Accept. Say hi. I'll probably respond. I'm in there every single day. I post all my trades in there, by the way. Join the Discord. Click it right now. Join it. Click it. Click it. Join the Discord. I'm in there. I post my trades in there. And I help people learn how to trade. So if you want to learn how to trade, I'm posting a video pretty soon talking about how I made $74,000. There are other trades in there, which much more, you know, regular means a couple $100 wins, things like that. But yeah, a lot of cool information in there, guys, and I hope to see you there. But in any case, that is it for this video. I'm out of here.